The New Patriotic Party has filed a suit challenging the power and authority of the outgoing president to appoint or confirm the chair for the Commission of Human Rights and Administrative Justice, CHRAJ, as well as the National Commission on Civic Education. The writ filed Tuesday by lawyer Philip Addison is in reaction to President John Mahama's confirmation of Joseph Withal and Josephine Nkrumah as chairpersons of the CHRAJ and NCCE respectively early on Tuesday.
These are two very important statutory bodies that have over the years helped ensure good governance and deepen Ghana's world-renowned and enviable democratic credentials.
Even though the two appointees, Joseph Withal and Josephine Nkrumah, pledged to work diligently with the incoming government,
look forward to Nana Akufo-Addo coming in, and we hope to work with him, especially in the implementation of the NACAP.
We're going to look at aggressively sourcing funding from amongst our own, because we are the beneficiaries of what we do here.
The picture doesn't look both like these two individuals think. We'll be getting responses shortly on whether or not the outgoing president has a locus to appoint or confirm appointments to these two key bodies. We'll be hearing from some legal bigwigs on today's big story. My name is Aisha Bryan. The last gasp appointment of these chairpersons come at a time when the president will be bowing out of office after losing the December 7 polls. He will be handing over power to the Nana Akufo-Addo-led administration on January 7, even though transition activities have reached an advanced stage. Now, with appointment of CHRAJ and NCCE bosses having a security of tenure, the incoming administration suspects sinister motives behind the new appointments. Lawyer Philip Addison confirmed the suit against the president in an interview with My Joy Online. Now, we can listen to the president confirming that he has appointed these two individuals into these key positions as we try to get the key spokesperson for the NPP transition team.
I wish to congratulate Mr. Joe Withal on your elevation to the position of Commissioner on Human Rights and Administrative Justice, and Madam Josephine Nkrumah on your elevation as chairperson of the National Commission for Civic Education. These are two very important statutory bodies that have over the years helped ensure good governance and deepen Ghana's world-renowned and enviable democratic credentials. Going into the future, these two commissions will be even more crucial for our nation, especially as we live today in an increasingly complex world where the lines between human rights and responsibilities, legalities, ethics, and progress sometimes become blurred and indistinct. But I have every confidence in your two commissions, the CHRAJ and the NCCE, that you will both deliver on your core mandate successfully and exhibit an impeccable level of knowledge, competence, and professionalism while holding these high offices of trust. I am confident in your capabilities, considering the fact that you have extensive knowledge of both your organizations, having served in these organizations for many years. You owe these positive attributes to the Constitution of Ghana and to all our citizens, poor or rich, weak or strong, young or old, connected or marginalized. And also ethnicity and religion should not be a discriminator. You must fiercely protect the interests of all Ghanaians without fear of coercion or any form of consideration. Your efforts must contribute significantly to enhance good governance, promote human rights, address cases pertaining to administrative injustice, curb abuse of office, conflict of interest, and corruption as the CHRAJ mandate allows. However, in order to achieve all these, you will need the cooperation of many institutions and the cooperation of Ghanaians. In this light, education of the public, especially on matters regarding the Constitution of Ghana will be paramount. Also, education on not only the rights of Ghanaians under the Constitution, but also their responsibilities is important. So I encourage the CHRAJ, the NCCE, and the media to collaborate and work closely together. In the last few years, we have witnessed your active involvement in Ghana's democratic journey, including the NCCE's recent advocacy work on the importance of debates as a way of sensitizing voters about issues worth considering in the just-ended presidential and parliamentary elections. CHRAJ also acted as election observers in these elections. We have enjoyed a fruitful collaboration with CHRAJ, leading to the National Anti-Corruption Action Plan, which was unanimously adopted by Parliament, of which we are currently entering the second year of implementation. I further expect the NCCE to be more assertive in its work and collaborate with stakeholders not only to deepen discipline in our national life, but also to create greater awareness of the responsibilities required of us as citizens of this great country. As we head into the future, even more will be expected of you. I'm confident you will distinguish yourselves in your new roles. Please do not let Ghanaians, including myself and my successor or successors, because Ghana will continue to go to elections, successors down. Work with integrity, dignity, professionalism, transparency, and in a non-discriminatory manner. I thank you, and may God continue to bless our homeland, Ghana.
This is today's big story. We're still trying to reach the spokesperson for the NPP transition team to get some clarification on this issue. But joining me on phone now is Ken Atefa, who is former Commissioner for Human Rights and Barrister at Law at the Supreme Court of Ghana. Good evening to you, Prof. Thanks so much for your time.
Very much, and good evening to your listeners.
All right. So Philip Addison is a lawyer, and he filed the suit on behalf of the NPP. He argues that, yes, the president, by the letter of the law, may have the power to make appointments until the midnight of January 6, 2017. But in the spirit of the law, he explains he cannot make appointments that will tie the hands of the incoming president. Now, from where you sit, what exactly is the stance of the law on this matter?
Well, the line was breaking and I didn't quite get your question, but I presume you're asking my opinion on that view expressed by lawyer Philip Addison.
Yes, he is explaining that the president may have the power to make decisions until January 6th. The line is gone, but if you can hear me, hello? Yes,
yes, okay.
I can hear you clearly.
I think the point is, at my view.
Hello, Prof. You're on air. All right, so we lost Professor Ken Atefa. We'll be trying to get him back. But as we try to get Professor Ken Atefa, let's listen to these two people who have been appointed, Mr. Withal and Madam Josephine, who have been appointed to CHRAJ and NCCE, respectively. Let's listen to what they have to offer. They're looking forward to working diligently with the incoming Nana Akufo-Addo-led government.
Feeling great. I'm feeling good.
What is for you? What is the way ahead for you? I mean, looking at this elevation for you, you've been in there, but it's an elevation course. So what lies ahead of you, do you think?
I see a lot of hard work, a lot of issues, as the president himself spelled out. So much human rights related to development, a number of complex issues are going to come up, and already I'm in it, and I know that I will continue to perform.
Sir, please stay with me. Let me try and bring Mom in. Sorry. Thank you very much, Mom. It's good to have both of you, and we really congratulate both of you. What do you envisage is ahead of you at the NCCE? You've already worked in that institution, so you know the challenges. You mentioned some of them. What are some of the real issues that lack of resources have, caused you?
Well, as you know, our mandate is across the nation, and therefore not having the resources that we require means that we are unable to reach as many people as we would like to reach. And going forward, we need to look at ourselves as an institution, do our own internal review, assess our work, and how we can effectively move forward within the constraints of our resources. Secondly, and more importantly, I think that for the work that we do at NCCE, it benefits the people of Ghana. And so next year, we're going to look at aggressively sourcing.
All right, so we have Professor Kenatefa back on the line, and earlier he was trying to explain to us what this whole lacuna means. Good evening to you once again. Prof, if you can hear me, you're on air. Hello, Professor Kenatefa. I think the lines are not working properly. We're trying to fix the lines, and we'll get Professor Kenatefa back. But let's listen to these two people who are pledging to work diligently with the incoming government.
Feeling great. I'm feeling good.
What is for you? What is the way ahead for you? I mean, looking at this elevation for you, you've been in there, but it's an elevation course. So what lies ahead of you, do you think?
I see a lot of hard work. A lot of issues, as the president himself spelled out. So much human rights related to development. A number of complex issues are going to come up. And already I'm in it, and I know that I will continue to perform.
Sir, please stay with me. Let me try and bring Mom in. Sorry. Thank you very much, Mom. It's good to have both of you, and we really congratulate both of you. What do you envisage is ahead of you at the NCCE? You've already worked in that institution, so you know the challenges. You mentioned some of them. What are some of the real issues that lack of resources have, caused you?
Well, as you know, our mandate is across the nation, and therefore not having the resources that we require means that we are unable to reach as many people as we would like to reach. And going forward, we need to look at ourselves as an institution, do our own internal review, assess our work, and how we can effectively move forward within the constraints of our resources. Secondly, and more importantly, I think that for the work that we do at NCCE, it benefits the people of Ghana. And so next year, we're going to look at aggressively sourcing funding from amongst our own, because we are the beneficiaries of what we do here.
So you want to take the responsibility of government, so to speak?
No, not at all. I cannot take that responsibility. But you know that we do have development partners who are usually the foreign partners that we have. But we also think that there is a limit to what they can provide, and there's also been a limit to what the government provides. And therefore, we think it's necessary that we look within as well and see how.
Your expectations of the incoming government?
High. Our expectations are high. They've promised us so much, and we are sure that they would live up to it. As an institution, we are there to work for all of Ghana.
Thank you very much. Congratulations once again, Mom. Your expectations of the next government, sir?
As you said, very high. Look forward to Nana Akufo-Addo coming in, and we hope to work with him, especially in the implementation of the NACAP, which is currently under implementation by the outgoing administration, and we look forward to working with the MPP.
Right. Yeah. Are you worried about people raising concerns about the timing of your appointment, sir?
Oh, no. Why should there be a problem? It's a state function, and the president has to appoint right up to the last day he exits. And I feel I've been in this job for a long while, feel competent, I know I can do the work, so why should I really worry? I see it as a call to serve at the higher level, and I welcome it.
Thank you very much, sir. Once again, congratulations to you. a quick question that I couldn't add. Are you concerned that people are raising issues about the timing of this appointment? They're saying because of the transition that we're seeing right now. You worried? Have you heard anything about that?
Well, I think I've heard a few things, but honestly speaking, we still have a government in place. The president is still at post, and therefore he hasn't acted outside the confines of his rights or his duties, so I don't really see the problem. More importantly is the fact that what are the two people bringing to on board, and I think we're bringing the integrity that Ghanaians expect of us, holding the positions that we do. So I want to assure people that we have the interest of Ghana at heart.
All right, so we're still trying to get Mr. Kenatefa on the line, but on the other phone line is Victor Kojoga Adaudo, who is also a private legal practitioner. Good evening to you. Thanks for joining us. Now, what legal explanation is there to buttress what has just happened? I mean, the president appointing people to such high offices of NCCE and CHRAJ without consulting the incoming government with just few days to leave office. Oh, I think that line has also dropped. We'll try and get Mr. Adaudo back on the phone to give some explanations. We'll take a break on today's big story. We'll be back with more. This is today's big story. We've been talking about the New Patriotic Party filing a suit challenging the power and authority of the outgoing president appointing or confirming the chair of the Commission for Human Rights and Administrative Justice, as well as the National Commission on Civic Education. Now, the writ was filed by lawyer Addison, who is reacting to President Mahama's confirmation of Joseph Withal and Josephine Nkrumah as chairpersons of CHRAJ and NCCE, respectively. And he explains that the two appointees are engaging very critical positions, and even though the president has the right to make laws or to make decisions till the 9th of January 6th, when the transfer of power happens the next day, he still cannot make decisions that will tie the hands of the incoming government. I must apologize that our lines failed us. We're not able to reach Kojo Nkrumah, who was supposed to speak to us. He's the spokesperson of the NPP transition team. Our lines also failed us with Professor Kenatefa, who is a former Human Rights Commissioner, and also Victor Kojoga Adaudo, who is a legal practitioner. We couldn't speak to all of them on today's big story, but many thanks for watching. We'll do that same time tomorrow. My name is Aisha Ibrahim. Good evening.